The Dry Diaries. This is the Dry Diaries with your author, Alex Dry.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your author, Alex Dry, and I am back with another entry of the Dry Diaries. Today, I have my best friend, Gabriela Gomez.
Hello.
And this episode is going to be a Thanksgiving edition. It's one that we talk about what we're grateful for, but we also are going to probably talk a little bit of shit. Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit.
It's giving family drama, cranberry sauce, and emotional growth.
It's like you want to slow down and be thankful for everything that you have, but it's hard to be while your mom's sitting there at the Thanksgiving dinner table asking you why you're single. My aunt is probably judging my outfit, and you're 2 glasses of wine deep pretending that you just don't care at all. Yeah. Let's start off. Gabby, what are you thankful for recently?
You know, that's a great question. I keep getting asked this. Do I go with the lofty answer, or am I grateful that I get to do what I love for a living? Or am I grateful that these pants don't feel like they're super tight today? We're grateful for all those things.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I think it's like being thankful for the big things, but then also the tiny little things as well.
Absolutely. If you're not grateful for the little things, like waking up in the morning isn't as gratifying if you're constantly stressing out when you go to sleep.
What's one thing that you guys do as a family as a Thanksgiving tradition?
We used to go to Disneyland a lot on Thanksgiving.
Cute.
We went to the movie theaters a lot and watched something new that came out. My dad usually would work before Thanksgiving, the night before Christmas. So it became a tradition around the holidays. Just go to the movies with the girls. And then now it's just eat a lot of food. Yeah.
I know ours was we would always sit at the table and we'd have to go around and say what we were grateful for during the year. And it's really funny to go back and watch the old videotapes of us when we were little as kids,
Saying
everything that
what
we're
you're
grateful for.
Cute. It's really cute that you have it videotaped.
My mom has it videotaped, and I feel like Dalton is the funniest. I think one year he said he was grateful for the Grinch.
Oh, I love that. That actually makes so much sense for him.
I think it was the year that the Grinch had just came out. So
Appropriate.
he was like, the Grinch.
Cute. Very cute.
Yeah,
I wish my
yeah.
parents I don't know if we were a big video family.
My mom always had her little camcorder, and now obviously you can't play the tapes, and so she got them transferred into digital. Yeah.
That's cool. I should probably ask my parents.
Well, I think it's also important because going back home, especially being single in your early 30s, it can be stressful but rewarding because you're spending time with your family. But at the same time, you're surrounded by all your family being bombarded with so many questions of why are you single? Why aren't you married? What's your career? Where are you living?
Whoever planned to have kids. Yeah.
And then meanwhile, a lot of your cousins are running around with kids. So it can also feel like a little bit lonely even though you're with family because you feel also misunderstood.
My extended family, my one cousin just got married and my sister doesn't have kids yet or isn't married either. So I was just always the single one by myself.
So now they've just accepted.
They've accepted it to a degree. It's weirder if I go home with somebody or if I introduce them to somebody. Like, I told them they all have to be on their best behavior. God forbid I bring someone home for the holidays, you know, or if I miss a holiday to go to somebody else's. Does your family take the reins of, you know, all the extended, the plus ones come in
to
your family Christmas?
So it's always like,
or call it even Thanksgiving?
Yeah, our family's pretty big, and so it's all the cousins, and then if there's the girlfriends or the boyfriends. I think I've brought home 2 boyfriends to Thanksgiving.
And not Christmas. So is it Thanksgiving and then not Christmas, or did you straight off? It's like you do one or the other.
Yeah, I think we did. I don't think Christmas. I think it was split, and then we met after for New Year's, but Christmas is a huge holiday for my family. So unless I'm really serious with that person, I'm not going to bring them into Christmas.
Totally. Christmas is much more serious.
Yeah. I feel like at this point, though, if I bring someone home, they're going to be like, did you rent this guy?
In my mid-30s properly now. It's a little rough.
I was dying yesterday because Alyssa had her baby. And so my dad FaceTimed me and he was like, hey, Alyssa had her baby. I'm sending you the photos. Meanwhile, I had just gotten out of a laser treatment.
I'm leaving the spa. I got a laser on my face.
Meanwhile, my sister's going through labor and I'm leaving. My dad's like, when are you having kids?
Yeah. Does your dad want you to have this, like, pressuring you?
I mean, all the time. He's like, why don't you just have a kid on your own? I'm like, what?
That's cool that your dad supports that too, though.
Nothing against that, but I feel like
I would do it if I was at that point. If I hit 40 and I'm by myself.
No, in my gut, I have no uncertainty that it's not going to come. It's just a matter of when. I'm just trusting the process and the timeline.
That's the most helpful thing. When I hit 30, I was in a relationship and it wasn't the right relationship, but I was forcing it because I was like, oh, fuck, I'm 30. I'm 30. I have the dream job that I thought I wanted. Fast forward a few years, I had all the things set and I was like, okay, the next step is like marriage and kids. So I was forcing something because I thought that was what I was supposed to do.
You can't.
Looking back, I probably would have cut it a lot sooner.
It's all a learning process. How do you create boundaries with family that you feel are overstepping, or even parents, good friends, whenever you're going home for the holidays? Because it's a thing whenever you go back, for the people that have moved out of their place that they grew up in, it is a little bit of a shock. For myself, growing up in Texas, a lot of my friends are married with kids.
It's a totally different stage. They're already like kids that are 10. I don't have necessarily that group to go back to. My parents moved away from my hometown, so I'm not really going home. That's been helpful because I'm not comparing myself to like, oh shoot, I just ran into Jimmy in the middle of Ralph's grocery aisle with his 5 kids and wife, pregnant again. But it also makes it a time warp. I don't really feel that pressure the same way.
But how do you create boundaries?
I don't know if I've gotten too much of that from my parents anymore. I think they wanted at first, like when I was approaching 30. And now after that last relationship, I think they've cooled it because they were like, oh, yeah, well, it's not, it'll happen when it happens. They definitely lurk on Instagrams. They see if I'm posting, God forbid I tag somebody, the questions. They for sure are following on their main page, not even a creep page. Had to explain to them what a creep Insta is, a Finsta. They're still asking all the questions. They're still pressuring once I tag someone, once I say someone's in the picture.
Right.
I'm shocked at how quickly my family has chilled on it all, but I know that there will be pressure in the next relationship.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Stuffing and mashed potatoes, and I'll put some turkey. I'm not a huge turkey fan. Are you guys a turkey family or a ham family? Turkey at Thanksgiving? Do you do ham at Christmas then?
We don't do ham.
No.
My grandmother used to do ham and turkey, but when my mom cooks, she's mostly just turkey. Or she'll even do chicken.
I was home by myself last Thanksgiving. I didn't go home.
Oh, you stayed here?
I was live.
Gabby always live. One thing that you can count on. You can't find her. Go to TikTok, she'll be live.
I was ranked really high in Live Fest. And Live Fest is a big push. And so I was pushing. And then something really, really bad happened Thanksgiving where my whole chat got spammed by another creator who was making up stuff about me. Labeled me for slanderous, wild shit. That happened on Thanksgiving. And I remember feeling really alone because I wasn't around family. I'd woken up really late because I was on late the night before, but I was still ranked really high in this campaign. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to thug it out and see it through. But I gave up, you know, family holidays. My parents get that, though. They don't really give me too much shit for it anymore.
Whenever you spend holidays alone, what's something you do to make you feel like you're not so alone?
I used to go to the beach, and that kind of feels lonelier a lot of times. Have you done that where you spend a holiday on the beach by yourself? It's almost more isolating. You think it'd be like this really serene.
Yeah.
So now I just eat a ton. Like I'll order a meal for 6 and just house it. But that's where the live side came in helpful that whole year. Most of my friends had moved to other states or were traveling. My parents were home, but they were like, just work, do your thing. It doesn't make sense to drive. If you have the opportunity to stay ahead in this campaign, do it. So,
and you'd probably be live the whole time you were there anyways.
When I'm home, I have a set schedule. I push it back in hours, and they go to bed early. So like, okay, I start my live at 8. They go to bed at 10 anyways. Then I'm up till whatever time. I was up by 9:30, ready to take a call with my PR team at 10. I was like, there was a moment where I was getting a blowout where I was like, I'm gonna
crash.
I'm probably gonna need an Uber because I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then a little caffeine hit was good. But yeah, 6 a.m. I meant to get off and be in bed by 2. And I got offline at 2, but then I got pulled into boxes, which is why I don't do boxes, because it's a slippery slope and you don't ever know how to leave. You're like, okay, I gotta go. And then
Is that when there's 4 people?
boxes are when people get to call in. So you see single screen and then you see all these little boxes of the people that called in, essentially. Dan Rue was live.
Oh,
and I
got
called
it.
into his, I accepted a box into his because he was top 20.
Oh.
So it was fun.
Did you make a lot of money?
I did. I sent out my
that's
own
good.
stream. His was just for fun.
Okay, so we're going to play a little fun game, turkey or truth. Ready?
Yeah.
Turkey would be like false, and truth would be truth. Turkey or truth, texting your ex on Thanksgiving, is that ever okay?
Turkey.
Yeah.
All day.
But I definitely was guilty of,
If you're single, there's one thing. But even that's like tragic.
I know.
Nothing good can come of it.
I feel like my high school boyfriend, like a couple years following when I was in college, I would text him on holidays.
Do you think it's a confidence thing too? Or like where you're at with yourself? 'Cause I'm too busy. I'm not texting anybody back. I barely text you back. So am I texting an ex? Probably not, unless I saw someone that looked freakishly like somebody that I had been in a situation with.
Okay.
And I texted them, "Are you out in Venice right now?" And that caused a whole thing.
Oh, God.
Beyond, they were not. It just was like a ghost that I was like, no fucking way this person's here. And I texted them. But no, I think it's a confidence thing to some degree and like where you're at in your life. Because like, I don't think I would even dawn on me to text them.
Yeah.
You know?
Now
Right?
at this point, I wouldn't even cross my mind. Because honestly, if you are texting your ex, what's the intention behind it? You want some kind of response or validation.
You're seeking validation. If you have validation other places, that's what it is. Right?
Yeah.
You're in search of validation somehow.
Yeah. Turkey or truth, friends giving drama or family dinner drama?
I would take family dinner drama all day. Because friend drama, I feel like is harder to get through. Family, you're stuck with me. Mm-hmm. It happens every year, regardless.
Family dinner drama is inevitable for my family. Whenever you have 60 people, there's always something
We have
to
drama with
say.
4.
So,
Yeah, we have 4 people and we have drama. So you can't even imagine.
okay, turkey or truth, what's your biggest ick at the dinner table?
My biggest ick at the dinner table. The people that are either inhaling food, like they're eating so fast they can't take a breath. Nobody's eating off your plate. I promise you, I'm not going to eat off your plate.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I know what you're thinking of.
I was at dinner with somebody the other night and they were inhaling their food. They started sweating. I was like, buddy,
Going anywhere.
I'm not going to take it off your plate. You're nervous because I'm thinking that as an insult to me, like nervousness or like they don't want to be there. And you're like, okay, you know what? Or like the smell of ranch dressing also. Biggest ick.
That's crazy. How do you not like ranch?
I can't stand it. I can't stand the smell of it.
I love ranch dressing.
I can't stand the smell of it.
I love ranch. My biggest ick would be either smacking really loud or people licking their fingers. So gross.
So you're not a fan of mukbangs.
No,
Got it.
I hate mukbang. I don't understand the point of it. Why are
It's
you wanting?
an ASMR thing. Or so I look at it. So
You're
there's
getting off to
ASMRs.
people chomping and smacking.
No, it's a relaxation thing or it's a getting off thing. Then there's the other side of it where I started eating on camera because I was live for so long that you got to eat. And I also wanted to piss off some people that told me I couldn't eat on camera for my agency. It's a loneliness thing. I noticed people were going, hey, I'm having dinner with you. Because it was dinner time. So they felt like they could eat and they had someone there to talk and you're texting back and forth basically in the chat. I'm responding to them as if I'm across the table from them. And it was everybody. I mean, all ages, all genders. I didn't realize how much of an ASMR thing it was until I got restricted eating. My first restriction ever was for eating Doritos and a Red Bull normally, not even smacking anything. And I got a restriction.
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay, this is weird.
Turkey or truth, who's your most unhinged relative and why?
Do we really want to answer that? My sister's definitely the loud one. She's the talkative, outgoing, let's call it energetic one. My sister has a lot of energy, a lot of personality, a lot of emotions. I have no emotions. I strive to have no emotions. That's the goal. So, yeah, probably she would be the unhinged one. I think she would admit to that. She would claim that. She'd probably be proud of it. What about you?
I feel like I can't say. It'd cause too much family drama.
Yeah. You got a big family. I have one person I can point to very clearly, and I think she'd agree. Makes sense.
I think my mom is I wouldn't say most unhinged. She's the most outgoing, fun, brings the energy.
Emotions. There's going to be one family member that, unfortunately, sometimes is going to be looked at as the unhinged one, but it's because they actually feel their emotions and show it, whereas everyone else suppresses.
I feel like if you were to ask my immediate family who the most unhinged one was, they would say me.
I actually don't see that for you.
Just because I'm outspoken. So if I feel a certain type of way, I'm quick to say it.
That's not necessarily unhinged.
Yeah.
You're very direct. That's why we get a lot. Feelings don't get hurt if you're direct. But if there's other emotions behind it, then I could see it. And that's where it's unhinged. But I don't see you as being an unhinged
Maybe
person.
not unhinged.
No.
I know
You're
exactly who's
one.
unhinged in our family, but I'm not going to say
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Has there ever been any bombshells dropped at Thanksgiving for you? Like hot tea, drama.
I mean, there's always some sort of drama that occurs, to be honest, but bombshell drama dropped. Oh, I do have a crazy story. It's not necessarily on Thanksgiving, but sometimes my birthday falls on Thanksgiving. One year I was back home years ago. I had a boyfriend at the time. We had been dating for a while. He actually asked my dad for my hand in marriage.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And I was already, during this time, felt a little bit uncertain about the relationship and where it was headed. I remember having a small birthday party, and then Thanksgiving happened. And either on Thanksgiving or very shortly after, the bomb was dropped that the relationship was over. I feel like that's like a bomb drop.
How long had you guys been dating?
I think we had been dating like a year and a half.
What age?
I was 24.
I've had one real relationship, and it lasted a year and a half. And a year we knew it was fizzling out within a year.
I feel like in the first
And
6
you
months,
gotta
if
do
it's
some
going to
time.
last.
1,000%. If you can go through a lot of shit in your first 6 months without losing that spark for each other. But a year and a half, like, there should be progress. And you're just either delaying it or wasting each other's time after a year, you know?
Have you had a bombshell be dropped at the Thanksgiving dinner table?
Not crazy bombshells. My family's relatively boring. I've only gone home a handful of times in my 20s and 30s for Thanksgiving because I'd be working. Like every job I've had to work like the day before and sometimes the day after Thanksgiving. Nowadays it's more flexible in the corporate world, and now doing what I do, I can go wherever, whenever. I met my parents for brunch last weekend, and that was like, okay, let's start thinking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. It was good. I hadn't seen them for a year since Christmas.
Oh my God.
And they lived so close.
Let's answer one Dear Dry Diaries question. Dear Dry Diaries, I'm stuck in comparison mode. I want to be thankful for my own life, but I spiral every time I scroll. How do you actually practice gratitude without it being fake? It seems like she is playing the comparison game with people on social media.
Stop scrolling. Take some time away or find ways to create those moments and post it for yourself. But you have to create those moments if you're feeling some sort of way when you're scrolling. What about those things do you like, and what can you do in your own life to copy it to some degree? That's the whole point of an influencer. They're influencing you to act or do something, behave in a certain manner, post in a certain manner. There's no shame in emulating that. If you like that, do it.
It's inspiration.
I think that's where people go wrong. Inspo gets caught up in the envy and people can't get past it. That sucks. That's a sad way to live. Then you get malicious people.
Yeah.
And that is hard to be grateful after that.
Yeah. I feel like it's just having confidence and like who you are, and that you're created and made like in your own way, and the people that love you and admire that are going to appreciate it. And at the same time, anybody and everyone, it doesn't matter if it's Gigi Hadid, is going on Instagram and at some point in their life has compared themselves to another person or something they see on social media. So the way that you're feeling is not wrong.
Right.
It's a natural reaction. But just knowing that, okay, I really admired this girl's outfit or the way she did this video, and taking that idea and creating it in your own way and style, like exactly like you were saying, but also realizing you were made you for a reason, and you can take things as inspiration. You can't play the comparison game because you're going to go crazy.
You'll make yourself sick, honestly. You'll be ill. Also, remember, half of it's fake. More than half of it's fake. You're getting stuff on Revolve. You're taking the photo. You're returning it.
Yeah.
They're getting stuff gifted. They're editing the shit out of it. I know, because I used to be an editor for half the people body-wise. The shots are professionally shot. Of course it's going to look good. And then on top of that, there's AI to make sure that it looks great. So much of it is manufactured that it's really toxic if you get caught up in it. That's why I like the live side, honestly.
Yeah.
You're forced to see the real. Like my face skin smoothing was taken away in August, and I had to come to terms with like, oh shit, this is how I really look on camera under lights. But it also was a really eye-opening thing of like, oh, I don't look that different. But in my head I was like, that little skin smoothing did such a big confidence booster for me. When you're on for 8 to 10 hours, that's wearing on you. But other people started to see the real me, and I started realizing, oh wait, like
It's more relatable.
It's okay to show the real you. Same thing when I was bawling on stream a couple times. I've cried more on stream than I have in 10 years. But it's okay to show emotion. It's okay to show the realness. It's okay to show a stain on a t-shirt. You're not editing it out. Like how many times have you edited out a stain on a shirt, or like you've taken something of the photo and erased something that you didn't like?
I think I usually just erase out my nipples because I don't wear bras.
But yeah, we all do it.
I'm not over here doing the Hollywood crazy filters, but I definitely smooth my skin.
For sure. I skin, even under lights and things like that, like you'll still just smooth it just a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. It's a vanity thing, yes, but it's also a mental health thing. I was losing my mind on stream. It made me realize, oh, that's why those things are there. It's not because we want to edit ourselves. It's just for a little mental health check. Same thing with photos on Instagram and TikTok. Why worry about having to get the perfect take when you could just...
Yeah.
You don't need to obsess over your looks so much in person if you can just do the little tweaks after.
And some of the people that you're probably comparing to yourself aren't even real.
No.
There's literally so many AI videos out there.
I was just practicing it. We do a lot of it. The live streaming side is starting to take up AI for animations, intros and outros, fun stuff we could do. They do it big internationally. The way you can make it look realistic
Is crazy.
It wouldn't look like AI at all. It's so realistic. It's scary.
Yeah, I follow this account on Instagram. The two babies are brother and sister, and they're going to a different country every day
Oh my gosh,
for
cute.
14 days. It's so
Cute.
but it looks so real, and they're like on a private jet. They're talking to one another. I love this, but I also hate it. I feel like AI to a certain degree is going to take over.
It's really dangerous. And the deep fakes and things like that, I'm seeing it already. And people are taking a screenshot of my live stream and then emulating it, streaming from their account, my face, talking over it and whatever.
That's insane.
The things that it sounds crazy and you're like, okay, it's not that deep. But people see one thing and they're like, oh, she's not going to take action on it, so I'm going to go for her. The malicious things they do to get paid off of social media, insane. Makes me grateful to know that I've got enough of a background in the corporate world. I'm like, oh, nope, I know how to protect myself from this. I know where to go for answers. I know how to read a contract, the fine print, where is the loophole and where do I protect myself?
Yeah.
So
Your likeness. Okay, next one. Dear Dry Diaries, I'm trying to heal from a breakup, but it's hard to feel grateful for anything. Is there a way to balance heartbreak with gratitude, or do you just have to wait till you're over it?
do things that make you grateful for being single. Find the things that you love to do or things that you've never done that you can do single that your previous partner would never have done. Go do them. You have to kind of create those opportunities, I think.
What is something that you've done?
Gone live. Been in front of the camera. Quit my job. Had a midlife crisis and I'm talking to a ring light for so many hours a day. Bought the shoes without guilt, you know, like little things that you're like, oh, this person would have made me feel guilty for doing that.
I've always approached breakups with gratitude in a way, because okay, if you're not the person for me, who's the next person? Because obviously I was dating them for a reason.
Yeah.
But at the same time, thank you, Jesus, for not wasting any more of my time.
Yeah. No, but it feels like that in the moment, though. You feel like, fuck, I wasted a year and a half or 2 years, whatever. But you can then clearly outline, okay, here's what I liked of that person. And then here's what I didn't like. It's my non-negotiables from that didn't like pile.
Which I feel like might be a great way to balance being grateful with getting through a breakup. Just write down a list of things that you loved and didn't love, not necessarily about that person, but it could be about you in the relationship, and being
how
like,
did that person make you feel and how did you react in certain situations?
And do things for you.
I asked this the other day, and one of the things that I'm grateful for is now kind of like retrospect and knowing that I've kept my calm in a lot of situations. But something came up where I was like, damn, I'm not crazy enough. This was my reaction to it. I was like, I'm not crazy enough. That's why I haven't found my person. Have you done anything that makes you grateful for how you've reacted, but also realize where you need to react more?
I've been practicing on reacting less. And I already feel like if you met me and hung out with me, I'm either very reactive or not reactive at all. There's no in between with me.
If you were reactive, you'd be like flipping tables and throwing drinks.
I feel like I'm also very conscientious about my environment too. And so sometimes in certain situations I overanalyze certain things, and some people take it as misinterpreting, but usually at the end of the day, in several situations, it's come back that my overanalyzation was correct.
True. Or you listen to some people that didn't need to be listened to. So it's not overreactive. You're reacting to things based on other information with bias. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to get you the benefit.
You're trying to make me
I'm trying to
sound
spin
better.
this. You're not overreactive though. In no way, shape, or
Yeah, I'm not going to cause a scene.
I've seen, no.
But
You'll stand your ground though.
I'm going to stand my ground and
You'll speak up and I won't most of the time. I'll be the one to shove them if they need to be shoved. More of a hair flip to the face wave.
But now we're learning to have a middle ground. Some things to say, some things not. Sometimes silence is better because just being quiet says more than speaking up. People are going to speak for themselves, or their actions will. So just watching is better.
Like their pattern and how they break pattern too.
And most of the people that I'm reacting to don't deserve my reaction because they're so closed off. They don't even deserve my opinion, even though they're chirping at me. No matter what I say, it's not going to enter through their brain.
They're just going to see it as a certain type of way. However they want to see it is how they're going to see you.
Even if I'm trying to help and give my best advice, it's still not going to process.
It's me every night, legitimately every night. Because they like my face is rage bait for men. A certain type of guy. And if I'm truly trying to help them, they're still going to think I'm mean or aggressive, or they're thinking that I'm a bad guy. I'm like, if I'm the bad guy, you're in for a rude awakening on here. But sure, make me the bad guy. I'll lean into it. Because they're going to say it regardless. They're going to think of that regardless.
Does that get
Nothing
old?
you do.
Or have you just kind of taken on as a persona and been like,
I've gotten
Randy?
more direct, more stern. Instead of trying to help them, I'm like, no, you need to listen. Shut up and listen. I'm like, no, just shut your mouth. We're going to listen here. I have no tolerance for trying to tiptoe around their feelings. Nothing I say is going to be that bad compared to what they're going to encounter on the app, and especially what I've encountered. It gives me a footing to be like, I know I'm not that bad of a guy. So if I'm trying to help you, shut up and listen.
Period. So if you need advice, guys or girls, just go find Gabby on TikTok Live.
And find Alex out and about. No, but seriously, you're like the good in-person person for that kind of stuff. I'm not the in-person type of person for it. I'm more like behind the screen.
But if you catch me
At dinner or whatever, if you see something, you're going to say something versus
I'm kind of getting
Godspeed.
to that phase though.
That's where it gets old, is like trying to fix other people in person. Like there's very few people I'm going to care enough about. That's earned it, you know?
Creating boundaries for allowing people the space around you. This is another thing, even through you going on TikTok Live and creating the brand that you have on there, people don't realize, like, they look at it as, oh, Gabby's on TikTok Live. But at the end of the day, there was a lot of strategy, prior careers, jobs, marketing
It's 10
roles
years in the making. Yeah.
that made you so successful in such a short time on TikTok because of your past experience. And I don't think people really realize that. They kind of look at you and they're like, oh,
She's
a really
just a-
pretty blonde girl.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why she blew up on TikTok. No, that's not. There was also a lot of career shifts, everything that went into it.
And a lot of failure, like a lot of failure. And that's one thing I think I've realized and become really grateful for, is the things that I failed at. I'm the most grateful for, because they were the hardest experiences to go through. The things that have made me who I am today, though, are really the toughest failures that I've had, or the things that I've given up, things that it wouldn't seem like you'd be grateful for, because they're not wins. They're truly failures, or things that I view as failures.
That you look back and you're like, oh, those weren't even failures. That was actually a redirection.
Or they were failures that now I can win, or at least feel like I'm winning.
She's winning.
I mean, people, you've seen it. You've seen the progression of it. And you were kind of in a similar boat, similar companies at the start, in similar positions, and all that mix of our 20s trying to go through the roller coaster of a career path. And now we can truly look back and go, okay, we learned all these things at all these stops. And we're so grateful for those learnings and those people that we've met along the way, because now standing in what we want to do, we're able to do that confidently and professionally because of those things.
Yeah, I think it's also just a growth thing. Something I actually have learned recently through talking to a mentor and things is like I've always was pursuing a career for financial stability or passions that I was good at, not necessarily that I loved for the financial stability. As you get older, as you grow and mature and go through these experiences, it's like, oh, no, first I need to define my purpose in life. Yeah. Once I define my purpose, then I'm going to step into passions that I love. And because I know my purpose, my passions are going to bring me financial abundance. That's something recently that I've been trusting the process.
And how many times do people tell you should do this and you fought it? In reality, people are going to tell you what your purpose is.
Yeah.
So much more than you're going to even see it yourself at first, right? Like, that's how you know it's your purpose, is people are continuously coming to you for things. You have to just kind of dial back, okay, what is that thing and how do I make it into a career? It's usually not so easy to figure out, but once you figure it out.
Or you just fall into it.
Literally. Yeah. Did I tell you about the interview that I had 10 years ago? I didn't get the job, but fast forward 10 years, I had a meeting with the guy. So I reached out to him on LinkedIn. I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember this interview you had with a random candidate for a random role in your career. It was a head of marketing for a pretty big company. I was so passionate in this meeting talking about content and the evolution of content and the future of it. At the time, it didn't fit the role because it wasn't meant to fit the role.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to start it because I wasn't meant to start this whole new platform. It was an evolution of all these different platforms that was needed. It's going to take time. But it was fun. I met with him in person again. And I was like, hey, do you remember when it was like that green star-eyed kid that just had left this really cool role and built this thing as a random passion project one night? But then I was so passionate about content that everything in reverse now makes sense. And I think that's where if you line up your whole career path as a storyline, it makes sense in the end.
What did he say? Did he remember?
Oh, yeah. That's how I got the meeting. He was like, of course I remember. Like, it's been forever. Good to see you. Congrats on the new path. Like, glad you stuck with it. Went this route. And I was like, yeah, I some days have questions of like, should I have started a new platform? And he's like, no. You're exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you should be. And I'm glad personally that you didn't get the role because you wouldn't be where you are now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great, cool.
Love that.
Yeah. I had one question for you. So I ChatGPT'd something. Do you ever ChatGPT? I was looking up one-liners for my content. And I was like, hey, what would be my Real Housewives of TikTok tagline? And so mine is like 7 chaotic luxury creator hooks. That's how it defined me.
Okay.
Chaotic luxury creator.
Luxury creator.
That is my lane, apparently. I get why, though. So ask it for 7 hooks for you. Or if based on Dry Diaries podcast, what is 7 one-line taglines? So mine are, I woke up today and chose luxury, chaos, and being everywhere on your FYP. Or if delusion were a currency, I'd be the 1%. I didn't come here to be relatable. I came here to be iconic. My life is a mix of rich auntie energy and how did we get here? I'm curious what your one-liners are, though. If confidence was a crime, I'd be serving a life sentence. I'm not dramatic. I'm just living in high definition. This is your daily reminder that I'm the main character. You're welcome. Do you want it to be more unhinged? What would the more unhinged version of that be?
I'm crying. I may forgive, but I never forget, especially receipts.
You do keep receipts.
Luxury is a lifestyle, but the attitude is free. I don't stir the pot, I season it. My circle's small, but my standards expensive.
That's probably the most accurate one by far.
I'm not bossy, I just give direction.
But you're good at it.
Wait, I love this. Use my last name. Do another one.
Wait. Oh, because you're tweaking yours to have last name in it. This one was, okay, but make it comedy. If rich auntie energy had a spokesperson, hi, it's me. Watch this. But why does it keep calling me a rich auntie? It goes, inspired by the energy, humor, and parasocial vibe typical of Gabriela Gomez style TikTok live streams. In parentheses, high engagement, chaotic, funny, relatable, and a little unhinged but polished.
Oh, is that how
that's
it
my
describes
description?
you?
Yeah. Why does it keep making me a rich auntie? I love the fact that it's a rich auntie, but still.
That's so funny.
At least it's not mom.
Stepmom or Sugar
I
mama.
make them call me daddy on stream
Mm.
for fun. Crash out. It's pretty great. With dry.
It's dry clean only. Around here, it's dry standards or no standards.
I don't chase dreams. I aggressively manifest them with attitude. I'm not delusional. It keeps wanting to make me delusional. I'm like, what? There's some key terms here that are really concerning.
Delusional.
Delusional auntie.
Rich auntie.
Very different.
And your sister doesn't even have a kid.
No, because they've called me auntie on stream so much because I'm like, shut up and listen to me. I'm not high maintenance. The world is just low effort. Just a vibe right there.
She was like, fact.
I was going through
Wow.
taglines.
I would love to go through your chat GBT.
This is my second day on it.
You have to
That's
train
how-
it.
See, I don't want to train it.
No, you have to.
I don't want to train it because otherwise you're getting biased answers on things.
Go to the free version one for unbiased, and then you go to your subscription for
specialized ones because I built a whole deck.
Okay, guys, that concludes our Thanksgiving edition of the Dry Diaries. We will see you next week. Thank you, Gabby, for coming on.
Thank you, Alex.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And happy Thanksgiving. You have to do this.
As per Gossip Girl's Thanksgiving tradition, I'm trading my laptop for stovetop. And for the next 16 hours, the only thing I'm digging is sex.